Only time we had sex in for years. Now she is pregnant. You can see my post history. We had sex once few weeks ago after for years. She came and jumped on me in the middle of the night, and today over a phone call while I'm driving she updated me that she did a pregnancy test and it was positive. She said a few weeks before that she would want to get pregnant soon and I said no. I'm angry, feel used and so frustrated. My relationship with my parents is shit. I work in tech and things are shaky. We are supposed to start building a house, which is a large financial investment. I feel so lonely. I'm so mad at her. Edit, few things to add since I feel like it is needed. We already have a 3-year-old daughter. We lived together for 13 years. Out of them the last 4 is in a completely dead bedroom. Last time we had sex was the last pregnancy. I cannot legally do the test for checking for parenting before birth without her consent and court order in the country I live in.
I can't believe this guy.
I did it. I gave myself permission to give up. I got home today from work, sat down, and just stared into the distance for a moment. Then all of a sudden my mouth just moved on its own. I want a divorce. We spoke calmly to one another. She leaned on me not doing enough housework. I pointed out that this was her 4th goalpost and had never even tried at the other 3 I overcame. At the end of the day, I could come home and do 100% of the housework and you still wouldn't sleep with me. So how can we pretend that's really the issue? I've done everything I could. Gave up friends, we cycled birth control. I helped out more around the house, and gave up video games almost entirely. Along the way to each of those stops there was never an ounce of change from you. I've read too many posts here of people much older than I am, and they tell heartbreaking stories of being sexless for 10-20 years, and then finally accepting what's happening and trying to rebuild that late in life. I've made the decision this wasn't going to be me. It was painful and a lot of crying, but we're both on the same page of how to raise our son. Being civil to one another because both of us had shitty childhoods with shitty parents. It's going to be hard to say goodbye to my best friend, but the hope is that long term we will both be better off. Edit changed wording to be more sensitive to others.
Once you see you're handsome, you'll have the world by the balls.
Overheard my wife bragging about our sex life to a friend. I don't even know what to make of this. My wife, 30 female, and I, 30 male, have sex less than once a month. It's always boring, uninspired sex where she just lays there while I do all the work, and I don't get to finish unless I can manage before she does. Last night I heard her phone conversation with a friend in which she said,
"Oh no, it's great. My name is amazing. We can't keep off each other."
So one of two things. 1, she believes what she's saying and is genuinely content with the way things are. Or 2, she's ashamed of it and is lying to her friend. I've completely written off talking to her about our sex life because she clams up and gets defensive no matter how softly I approach it. So I guess I'll just never know. I'd like to hear everyone's thoughts on this.
Bro, you weren't confident enough, bro. You didn't have good enough game, you weren't kind enough.
Wife told me why. I don't make enough money. Finally got a reason for years of a dead bedroom. I don't make enough money. 100K isn't enough for her and we don't live in CA or NYC either. I should have known going into this relationship this would have happened. I knew it. I knew she was like this. I can't believe I stayed and ignored every gut feeling I had about her. Would you leave or stay if this is what your wife said? Edit, she said if I made more money, gave an example of 200K, then she would be more sexually attracted to me. I can't make this up. I'm devastated. My wife loves money more than me. Edit, wow, I can't believe all of the comments. I just want to say, I really am hurt. Going to take a bit to get over this. I always had the feeling this was a big reason of our dead bedroom, but her confirming it hurts bad. Just knowing that I loved her and she loved money most, absolutely kills me. It's so easy to say, leave and get over it, but having confirmation that a person you had a son with cares most about money and not others is damaging.
Oh, sweetie, you're gonna be okay. Oh.
I did exactly what you all warned about. Married all, had a kid, and now hate life. Let this be a warning. Long time lurker. So, I was dating a girl for a year. It was the typical never wanted to have sex, blamed it on me for not doing enough around the house, and so on. She would say how she would get better. She bought sexy clothes that she never worn, bought a sexy card game that she would pass on every card, and would constantly get my hopes up and never deliver. Now we get to the point that her and both families are getting on me about proposing. I told her I would not stay in a sexless marriage. So for a bit she got better, we had sex 2 times a week and I proposed. Yes, I know it was dumb. I knew she would not change, but I lied to myself. Fast forward to marriage. Guess what? She wants a kid and we only have sex on the ovulation days. And when even her doctor said do it every day for 5 days to conceive, she said that was too much. 6 months later she is pregnant and guess what? The sex stopped. I fucking knew it was going to happen. She now has the ultimate excuse. Sex is now gone. So when our kid turned 1, I confronted her. She said I don't do enough and went on. So I said okay, I'm going all out. So for 6 months, I did everything. 100% of the housework, laundry, cooking, date nights, game nights. Opened every door for her and even gave her a 45-minute massage nearly every fucking night. What did I get for it? Nothing. She would always talk a big game about sex. She would say,
"Oh, this is such a good massage, we are going to do it after."
but when the massage was over it was too good and she was too tired. So I tried to compromise. I asked if she could send me one. Just one nude so I didn't have to watch only corn to get myself off, and she said no. I asked for once a month for a 10-second makeout and she said no. I gave the fuck up. Now, I'm a career man. I have a great corporate job and I'm focusing on that and my kid. I stopped being her slave for nothing in return. I hear some stories on here, but come on. My wife won't let me even see her naked. I get 0 from her and denied 100% of the time. I even said to her multiple times, I don't want anything in return, let me eat you out. Let me get you off, and she says no. I get absolutely no sexual attention besides cuddling. Can't touch her, can't see her naked, nothing more than a peck on the lips. Can't even get her off, and she says it hurts her feeling when I tell her I watch porn because I have nothing else. Not even on sexy picture of her. To all in a dead bedroom before marriage. Get out. They don't change, they get worse. Now I am going to one day end up in a divorce. It is 100% my fault. My kid has to grow up in a split family because I chose to ignore reality.
Oh, it's very easy, bro. Just focus on yourself and be alone, man. You don't, women aren't everything, bro.